gray-headed coneflower, Virginia Wild Rye, black-eyed Susan. We're out here at Harvest Park within our native seed farm. We have over 40 different species of native plants represented out here, and we're trying to bring more biodiversity to the parks that we work in. So it's always nice to have a bag to put what you're collecting in. This plant is gray-headed coneflower, and there's actually still some blooming out here, kind of the yellow further out there. These are the seed heads. Once they're ready, we'll just sort of break this up gently with your fingers and it all just falls off. These are the individual seeds. The grayish black is the seeds. So this is Virginia Wild Rye. It's generally a pretty quick growing grass that tolerates shady conditions, but also does really well in full sun. And for grasses, you generally just kind of pinch at the bottom of wherever the seed heads are and slide up. Here's kind of what the seeds look like. This one right over here is black-eyed Susan. With this one, kind of crack and like bounce it again. So sometimes I would do this inside the bag, but I want to show you the seeds as they come out. So those little gray are the seeds from that one. Over here we've got bee balm. It's another one. I think it's pretty past time, but same. Kind of tilt it into the bag and shake. Stiff goldenrod. These ones are one of the last ones to bloom in the fall, and they have really fluffy seed heads, but you'll just kind of pinch off the seeds and they're really tiny seeds in there. So this is Canada milk vetch. So we have native species of vetches. There's also invasive species, but here's an example of one that we do want. So when we collect this one, we just collect the whole thing, and then later on we'll throw this in a bucket and kind of smash it up to get to all the teeny tiny seeds. Out here we have world milkweed. So when collecting milkweed, you want to ideally time it just before it cracks open. Just makes it so much easier to harvest. And then you'll store and let it dry out. So this is a little too early. You can see that the seeds are a bit pale. You want them to get nice and dark. And a really fun method that we found to kind of separate the seed from all of the fluff is to open them up, throw them in like a paper bag, and throw in maybe $3 or $4 worth of quarters or other coins. Close up the bag and then really shake it up. And the coins will kind of jostle around and knock loose the seeds from the fluff. But if you are doing this at home, trying to grow a couple of plants, maybe to put into a garden in your front yard, you're gonna have to do some work before those seeds will germinate. For most plants, what that entails is mixing a bit of sand, like play sand, with some water so it's nice and moist. And then putting your seeds in there, put it in a Ziploc baggie, and store it in your refrigerator for 30 to 60 to 90 days, depends on the species. Prairie Moon Nursery has an amazing website that has really good information to know what specific species, what method you need to do.